Oh, good.
And you look
That's
better.
good.
Hello, everyone. Welcome to the Alaracanfield Show, the Awaken Happiness Now Global Series. Thank you so much for being here with us today. And my good friend Sarah Massiah is back with us. And today we are going to, as long as we can, talk about are you your own best friend? Letting go of disturbing and disruptive patterns that we hold and igniting the smile within. All that and so much more. Sarah is going to be talking about, what types of disruptive patterns you may be holding. Do you react in certain situations, no matter how much healing you've done? So it's like over and over again, we keep reacting to something even though we've done so much healing. Do you tend to exhibit a disruptive pattern of behavior when you have a bad day? Do you revert back into disruptive behavior, patterns of behavior in certain social situations? Have you thought about your own disruptive and disturbing patterns? Probably not. And have you lost the smile within? Right, so we're going to gain clarity on a lot of that today. We're also going to receive a short live meditation to assist us with the releasing of those disruptive patterns, plus an activation to aid you to know that you're supported by Creator on your healing journey. So my good friend Sarah is back with us, and if you don't know Sarah, she is a founding member of the Elohim High Council of Light, working closely with Melchizedek, Ascended Masters, and Angels. Sarah is an award-winning author whose book, The Cosmos, Ascension, and the Golden Keys from Melchizedek, won the Mind, Body, Spirit Book Award in the Channeled category. And she's currently looking to publish book 2 in the series. And Sarah has also won the South of England Prestige Award for Best Holistic Practice. So Sarah's been with us many times, and we love having her on the show. It's always very high vibe. And I know, like, working with Sarah myself, she is very authentic, very caring, very kind, goes above and beyond. And so I'm always happy to have Sarah back with us, especially when the technology is working with us. So Sarah,
Absolutely.
welcome back to the show. So glad you're here.
It's lovely to be back, Alara.
Yeah, you
Yeah,
sound
so
good.
I've got quite a bit. Oh, good, good. I've got quite a bit to share today. But really, I wanted to really get down to begin, about being our own best friend and how many of us, are our own best friend. And just wanted to ask everyone to take a moment to just think about that and what that means for them, because it will mean different things for different people. But
Absolutely.
yeah, I don't know what your take on that is, but I, it's loving yourself, cherishing yourself, being kind, and also if you have a bad day, thinking, it's not the end of the world, and we tend to beat ourselves up a lot, don't we?
Yeah,
If things aren't going right. So yeah. So
I've
what
done that
does
a
it
lot in my
mean to
past.
people? Yeah,
I've
yeah.
beaten
And
myself
it's
up a lot. I used to be very hard on myself.
yeah, yeah. A lot of us spend a lot of time putting ourselves last. Running around helping everybody else and not taking time for our own self-care. So
Mhm.
I think that is part and parcel of being our own best friend. And we can put blocks in the way and often, sabotage our own self-care. I'm too busy.
Absolutely.
Yeah, so
And
I
I
don't
always say
know.
we need to put ourselves first.
Yeah.
Like we really need to put ourselves first, unless there's some situation going on, but we
Mm.
need to, on a regular basis, consistent basis, we need to put ourselves first. And that means honoring our choices, honoring our wishes, honoring our desires, honoring our needs, right?
Absolutely, absolutely. And and not berating ourselves. And often there's many, things that stem back from not just our childhood, like inner child stuff, but our pasts as well. Past experiences in other lives that would make us become, you know, this self-saboteur that doesn't look at ourselves favorably and puts other people first. And many healers or those that are on this journey often, put ourselves last. It's well known in many caring professions as well that you're always there caring for others, but you need to first and foremost look after yourself.
I was talking about this today earlier with a client, and she was mentioning how she has been a caretaker, and it's like, yes, and that is
Yeah,
fine, but take care of yourself first, so you can take care of
absolutely.
others, but not at the expense of yourself.
Yeah, and this is it. And it's about looking at ways to make sure we have time to take care of ourselves in this busy world, and with so much going on in all our lives, it's easy to not put ourselves first, even if it's just like taking an hour to walk, etc. But being your own best friend is deeper than that. It goes deeper than that. It's an actual feeling that you really care and love yourself, and many of
Hmm.
us really don't do that, or feel that enough. And
Yeah,
this
it's
is
about supporting
when I'm
ourselves.
talking about, yeah, definitely. And when I'm looking at disruptive patterns, or this disturbing patterns of behavior, this was one of the top. So it's looking at how ways to make sure that you are your own best friend. And this is one of the disruptive patterns I'm talking about. We can easily fall back into this mindset where we don't take care.
Yeah, so I just want to ask everybody who's here right now, who's watching or listening, well, you're all watching. Type in the chat, are you your own best friend? Do you know what that feels like? Do you know what that is? So sometimes, we know what it is to be a best friend for others, or when somebody is a best friend to us, right? So are you being your own best friend? Really tap into that. Are you?
Absolutely.
Right? And if you're not, are you not as important as everybody else?
Yeah.
Right?
And the
So
thing
go
is,
ahead.
often we don't feel like our own best friends. And yeah, it is about, as you said, best friends. We'd take care of them, or anyone, someone down the street, anyone needs help. We often rush about and help everyone, but we
Yeah.
have to also help ourselves first, or we can't really expand that to helping others. And so that's why also with the healing work we're doing, it's so important to go on your own self-healing journey to get rid of this old ways of thinking, old behaviors, so that we can be there, and be part of the collective that are bringing in, changes across, hopefully globally, raising
Yeah.
the energy everywhere and spreading love.
Yeah, so it's not just the conscious choice, but it's also at the cellular level, at
Yeah,
our subconscious programming of, are we valuing loving ourselves? Are we valuing accepting ourselves, right? And sometimes the healing around that, it has to do with, it could be, inner child healing, but also could be past lives, and it could be ancestral and generational. I don't think my mother ever um, took care of herself, was ever her best friend, and I don't think my grandmother was either, kind of thing. So it can go down the maternal line for sure. Can it go down the parental
absolutely.
line? I'm not sure, because I know how, but yes, it can go down both lines, right? So it's looking at that and seeing that it's not always what you have done in this lifetime, what you've chosen, but it could be patterns that we brought in from other lifetimes and our ancestral lines as well, and our generational lines.
Yeah, absolutely. And it could also be a collective thing of not taking care of ourselves. It can be, you have to show the stiff upper lip in England a
Yeah.
lot of the time. And so there's so many disruptive energies that need to be looked at when we're healing ourselves. So when we're looking at one particular thing, there's so many offshoots to it. It's really digging down and digging really deep into where our troubles lie. And it's really about self interest, like looking at yourself, introspection,
Hmm.
and seeing where you feel triggers are. And often if I get a trigger, I make a little note of it to work on. And I'm still working through healing on my journey as well, because I've found there's so many levels, as you may have found, Alara. So you think you've done something and something pops up. It's not
Yeah.
quite the same, but it's
Absolutely. And
along
that's
the
normal, I
same
think.
sort of path. So you think you've done something, and then it raises its head again.
Yeah, but it's not the same when it raises its head again. It's
Absolutely.
not the same. There's like, you
Absolutely.
know, a slight variation to it, and there's sometimes it's just little residual. I call it little residual pieces left. You know, so it's not the big thing, a big chunk all over again. It's just a residual something left over that has
No.
still not been resolved. You know, because I think at this point we've done so
Yeah.
much
It might
healing.
be a,
Yeah, go ahead.
we have. We have, and it might be a small story or just something that needs another eye over. You may have, think, why am I stuck here? And I myself have gone to someone else if I feel a bit stuck. I've got someone I go to and we swap. So, it's nice to have another perspective as well at times
Yeah, for sure, and we need that. You know, we
and use
can't.
different modalities.
Yeah, absolutely. Different modalities, different ways of doing healing, and of course a different perspective, right? Because sometimes we get blinders on, right? We can't see some other point of view because we're just stuck in our own narrow way of thinking, right? And seeing, perceiving. So
Absolutely.
I'm not, you know, I say
Absolutely.
seeing, but I mean perceiving.
Yeah, absolutely. So,
Yeah,
yeah, it's about finding the right modality for you at that time. But I am really, an advocate of self-healing and healing ourselves as well. And, you know, branching out so that we've got tools to help ourselves.
yeah. And at this point, I think we all have tools that we can use, right? But sometimes, absolutely, we need to
Yeah,
turn to others first for that support and that holding the space for us as well, right? So there's both.
absolutely.
We have the responsibility to do some healing on our own, and then when we get stuck, you know, then we reach out and get support from others. It's part of it is about receiving, right? Being willing to receive the support. So being willing to receive the love from and caring from others to show us that we also have it within us and that we're deserving of receiving support and love, right?
Absolutely. Yeah, absolutely. And making sure, yeah. And also, I think to be our own best friend, making sure we have got a support network around us,
Yeah, yeah, and that's so necessary. It's
that we can call on certain people.
Yeah, absolutely. And so
Yeah,
we, you know, like this is a great support system, but sometimes we need that one-on-one interaction as well. You know, we can
yeah,
actually engage.
absolutely.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah,
So, you know, you talk about, having some sort of sometimes disruptive behaviors come up. I'm going to say come up at times, usually when we're under a lot of stress, right? So sometimes our old patterns of beating ourselves up, for example, you know, they come up when we're under a lot of
yeah,
stress. So much stuff is happening at once, we're overwhelmed, and we just go back and revert to that old disruptive pattern that we know doesn't serve us, but it's programming, it's comfortable.
yeah. It is programming,
Yeah.
absolutely programming. And it's like in times of stress, that disruptive pattern, we may overreact, to things that are said or done. And, if someone said something that we don't agree with, it's easy if we're really, really stressed to overreact to things. So it would be looking at that within yourself and thinking, also making a mental note of when do I overreact, when what's the trigger for me, and knowing that creators support is always with us, and maybe taking some time out for yourself. And this is where, again, going back to being your own best friend, taking some time out if you're really stressed, thinking, what can I get rid of today, what don't I need to do,
Yeah.
and trying to ameliorate the stress in that way.
Yeah, absolutely. And that's the
So
thing. We
yeah,
need
so
to we
there's
need to
lots
learn
of
to say no,
patterns to
right?
do that.
Yeah. We need to learn to say
Absolutely,
no to other
absolutely.
people, especially. It's that boundaries, right?
Yeah,
We need to create those
yeah, because
boundaries.
it's easy to overload yourself, isn't it? It's very easy in this day and age to like take on so much. I'll do that. And then you're running around, and in the end, you burn out. And, that's not being your own best friend if you're heading towards burnout.
Yeah.
So it's really taking some time out to make sure you put that time for you in place,
I love that. You
whether
know,
it's
giving
healing.
giving yourself a time out to care for yourself. You know, so usually when we hear about taking a time out, it's a punishment, right? But in this case, you're taking that time out to, you know, love yourself, you know? So that's a new way of looking at a time out. Yeah, we need it.
Yeah. And also, I think we have to forgive ourselves. We need to forgive ourselves as well, because there's another disruptive pattern that we can tend to fall back into, you know, not out of any fault of our own. Sometimes we just think, we berate ourselves, we don't forgive ourselves if we've not done what we thought we were going to achieve by here or there. That's easy, you know. So there's so much caught up with being your own best friend, and all these patterns and disruptions we need to like really have a bore down and have a really good look at.
Yeah.
So
and that's part of the judgment as well.
I don't know what you do time out, but absolutely. But it's taking time for you. It may be a bath, or it may be just walking away from a situation. That is also can be your own best friend, because when you get too involved in dramas going on, you know, which we all do in part of life, this drama's happening over there, that drama's happening over there. Being your own best friend is to take a step back from it and just think, you know, to be my best friend, I need some time out.
Exactly. Linda says, this is my time out and I enjoy spending with you and your lovely guests, right? So if this is your way of loving and honoring yourself, right? Awesome. I love it. Great. Yay. Thank you. Right? Sharing time with us instead of, you know, something else, what you're doing. So I know how valuable your time is. So I really appreciate that. But that's it, right? This is time you're taking for yourself to learn, to engage, to receive, etc., right? And that is being your own best friend, because that's something that you like and you desire and you have fun with, and it makes you feel good.
Absolutely.
Right? Yeah.
And also, absolutely. And also, becoming your own best friend, it's to look at attitudes as well. Whether you feel like, you know, if you're a fatalist, for example, then you feel like your world's never going to change. So it's looking at whether you're a fatalist or you're pragmatic. So if you go too far into being in this pragmatic energy, then you forget about your intuition, because everything is in an ordered fashion. So it's looking about also what kind of mindset are you in? Are you feeling that the world can get better? Because we can be dragged very far down the path that it's all going horribly wrong, or some big event's going to happen, and you know, but we have to keep putting out there and seeing and believing that the world is a changing paradigm, and it's easy to get caught up in all the events that are going around and become a fatalist. Oh, this will never change, it's not going to happen, or it's not going to happen to me. So it's looking at that as well.
Yeah, good point. And part of that is about what types of information, energy are you willing to allow into your space, right? Into you. So I don't follow the drama too much. I try and stay out of it. But at the same time, when you're looking at what's going on in the world and your mindset with it, like, how does it make you feel? So for me, I feel like what I'm doing is making a difference. When I'm sending out healing vibes, positive vibes, loving vibes into the collective, it's making a difference. Whether I see it right away in this moment is besides the point. My intention is there, and I know that with your intention that is what comes to pass, right? So, you know, what is your intention for yourself, right? And if your intention is not positive and empowering, that also affects you. You know, so that like it's a reflection. Tanya, did you have a question? I forgot to mention that at the beginning. Oops, 1 second. So if you have a question for Sarah, you can raise your hand or you can type your question in the chat. Tanya, you want to unmute?
Hello, Sarah. Hello, Alara.
Hello.
Hi.
Happy to see you.
Hi.
Love you.
Hi, Tanya.
Yeah, I'm kind of getting better and better and better, I would say so. But what I noticed, the pattern which pulls me back into 3D and into judgment and all the pardon my French, crap that I am trying to get rid of, you know, like my friends, because like I recently separated with my husband, and I see it as a positive. But as soon as my friends start talking about it, they start going into, oh, how he could, and you have a son and all that, you know, and slowly they drag me into conversation which I don't want to have. And I notice, you know, I start saying things like, you know, my old me would say, and I you know, like it's so sometimes difficult to shake it off, because those friends, they think they want better for you and they worry about you, and I understand they worry about me, but how I cut off this kind of completely, I don't want to go into this past me, or this victim mentality, you know, that it's not me anymore. And I kind of tell myself, like, it's not me, I'll let it go, but honestly, it is like this this perception of people, you know, that if people like divorce or separate, somebody must be bad, or something is wrong and it shouldn't be like that, and people absorb you on this in these kind of beliefs. So how I can stay, you know, this kind of neutral state of mind, and kind of not be absorbed back into these old patterns and things. Sometimes it's difficult, but
it can be very difficult, but the thing is to keep your strength and really keep firm that you're not going to discuss this. You can even say, this is old energy, I don't wish to discuss this anymore. I want to discuss positive things that are going to happen, and maybe bring to the table all the positives that you can see that have come from this, you know, just going back over all the positives and not getting pulled into that. I'll just ask upstairs as well quickly if they've got anything to say. Hold on a sec.
And of course, I have something to say.
Yeah. It's about not, keep going over the I'm being shown, like, don't keep going back to all the old paperwork type thing, about making a clear list of going forward of what the positive steps you're going to take to make your life really great now, is what I'm being shown to tell you.
thank you so much.
Does that make sense? Does that help, Tanya?
Yeah, it does. The thing is that I know I met new difficulties, and I know that by going through difficulties you just become stronger, wiser, and better probably. But those difficulties kind of probably are a little bit the things that pull me back sometimes, but I know that this is for the better, and I know that my angels help me, and I know I'm guided, and I have to keep to this positive way of thinking, and remember that there will be, like, behind the clouds there is a sun, and I will get there eventually. I will get there. I don't know how long it will take.
Yeah, nobody knows how long it'll take. But the thing is, you know, we are going to have those moments when we go into those patterns of, you know, negativity or thinking the old way. That's totally normal, right? To have to go into those patterns. And that's when you're like, okay, take a deep breath, come back to center, come back to raising your vibration, come back to thinking about something positive, come back to where are you going, right? Focusing on where you're going, not where you were before. Okay. So, you know, in the past 2 years, I've had many of those little moments, you know, but I didn't beat myself up, you know, because everything I was going through was very extreme. So it's like, give yourself a break, pat yourself on your shoulder, give yourself a hug. That's what a best friend would do, right?
Yeah,
A best friend would say, give yourself a break. Look at everything you've been through. Look at what you're choosing. Look what's going on. Give yourself a break, and it's okay, right? So there's no judgment, right, Sarah? There's no judgment. It's just, again, coming back to center, coming back to who you are, coming back to your choice, and moving forward. Yeah, and those friends, they mean well. I get it. They mean well, but you have to tell them, enough. I had to tell my
Yeah.
mom, and sometimes I wouldn't tell her anything because it's like, I just can't. I can't deal with more worry, more stress, more negativity. I know she loves me beyond anything. So it's like, I know that, but still, it didn't help the situation, right? Her
No,
stressing, her worrying, her asking me a million questions didn't help me.
no. And what you maybe even say to your friends is what you need from them as a best friend to yourself, telling them and making a list of what you need for them, and letting them know that maybe may also help it move forward a little bit.
Yeah.
And of course, asking source and your guides, your higher self, to come in and give you more supportive energies so that you can move forward with more ease.
Yeah, I
And
am asking every
yeah,
day.
yeah, because you don't have to
Yeah.
have, because you said something, and I want to share this with everybody. You said that sometimes you have to go through difficult times to be stronger, to learn what. Maybe you don't have to go through difficult times to learn to be strong, and whatever else you said, wisdom and whatever. Maybe not. Maybe you can learn from ease.
No, in my situation,
I know.
somebody had to kick my ass in order for me to move in the direction I wanted to move like 5 years ago. So I think that was the reason I kind of got in the situation that I am in. So
Yep.
now I will have to do everything possible and everything that I dreamt of, in order to get where I want to get, So
Okay.
that's
So,
what
so,
I
so
meant.
maybe in the future you can do things from joy.
Yeah, I would love to. Yeah, I will. I will.
Okay.
I promise you.
Absolutely.
Go ahead, Sarah.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much, ladies.
Thank you, Tanya. What were you going to say, Sarah?
I was just going to say also about our about our inner smile. What is an inner smile? What does that mean to you? And what is an inner smile? I wanted to bring that to the table as well, because that's part of being our own best friend, is to keep this inner smile no matter what's going on. And I think, for Tanya, that's another good relevant point, because through this she's managed to remain faithful, calling in her angels and guides.
Yeah.
And we have to draw on the faith as well, and this is the inner smile. So it's just another aspect of faith, the inner smile. And I've channeled a bit about it, actually, if I could share it with you all.
Sure.
So we say those that have never truly lose their inner smile. We don't really truly use it, yet it may be disrupted and disturbed for a while through disrupted and disturbing patterns of behaviour and attitude, and also, of course, our thoughts. We can describe the inner smile as a form of knowing all shall be okay. The inner smile goes beyond words and thoughts. It is a feeling. So it's really getting in touch with the feeling. And so there are bright times ahead for many of us on deep introspection, although many are still on plight in and on this realm. Today's message from above was about aiding your brothers and sisters through the energy of plight. It may be a kind word here, something as simple as a smile. There is much to be said for a smile, and the whole world smiles with you, even through times of adversity, when much adversity plays out around. Can you still smile on the inside? This is a state which all souls can reach. How, one may ponder, through their connection to Creator Source, and through the knowledge and wisdom and deeper connection to your higher self, which has and always is love supreme. This is a smile of knowing, no matter what life throws at you, you and Creator are one. You are supported and loved. We celebrate all those that maintain this inner smile, this connection, even through the dark times and the days and hours where you feel at your darkest. In this, we bless you now with the knowledge. Creator smiles down at you, with you, through you. Keep faith, for there are brighter times ahead. We see those with this smile, this inner knowing, this faith, for they have a gift of inner strength. So when all appears to crumble, they keep faith that there are brighter days ahead. With these words, we remind you of your inner smile, for it is not an expression you see, it is a knowing from within.
Absolutely. And that inner smile for me, it's that feeling of peace, feeling of joy, feeling of awe, feeling that connection with source, right? That is always here, always with us. We're always connected, even though we talk about connecting too, but we're always connected. And you can tap in to that inner smile feeling at any time. And we forget, right? We forget when we're going through difficult times.
We do
We
forget.
Yeah. So that's normal, right? But then
Yeah,
come back.
we do.
Remember, go ahead.
Yeah. And the inner smile goes beyond that. It's like a knowing that you are supported no matter what is going on around you. And, there could be terrible stuff going on around, but it's about not losing that faith and really feeling it in your heart and connecting with Creator in prayer or in any way that you normally would connect.
Yeah, absolutely. I think Evie has her hand up. Evie, do you have a question for Sarah? You want to unmute yourself?
Hi, Evie.
Hi. I'm so glad. Oh my goodness. Yeah. So my question is, I feel like a lot of times I'm over giving and over helping, and to the point where I feel like almost a slave, just giving and giving. And so I feel like it's so unnatural because there is not even thank you. And with other people, I think they see the willingness to overbook and overhelp, and they somehow pick it up that they don't even have to say thank you. No payment, no thank yous, just like bullying, and you're stupid and you're an imbecile and you don't know how to do this. And each time that happens, I still am giving, like thinking I'm trying to prove that I am, worthy of like even a thank you. So it comes from different people. So it seems like I'm finding myself in that mode so often. Is that ancestral? Is it karmic? What is it? Because it's so unnatural.
Yeah, bless you, Evie. I'll just ask Creator. What I think the pattern is you're running there is being, we can give, but what I'm being very firmly told is running to giving, running a program of being to giving. So give, but what do you actually receive? And it's also about being told that you don't expect too much. You don't expect it. Do you expect anything? What do you expect in life? Do you expect kindness to come back your way? What do you expect?
Well, I think it's natural if you are helping anyone, at some point they will say, I recognize that you did help, or I just do it because I feel like somebody might be suffering or in need, and I just do it. But there are times if they don't recognize, it's fine. But the fact that they like, I don't think you are worthy of even a thank you. And that disappoints me, but I still continue to give like it doesn't really matter. It's just the fact that somebody is recovering or getting help or getting support, and I keep going on. Doesn't matter who. It's like in myself, I don't even know if it getting back anything is even a part of the deal. It's just like I just give and it's done. And maybe one day, if anything. So that's it. It's like it doesn't matter. But when they go on to say you're stupid or you're imbecilic or whatever, that bothers me, because they should know that if they're receiving so much, then it can't be that you're stupid, because they're really getting stuff. They're really getting the help. So what's going on? Because it's so unnatural. I did put it in the chat, by the way, Alara.
Yeah, I would be looking at boundaries as well if we worked together, but I definitely think we'd be clearing being, and people might say you can't be too giving, but you can be too giving at the detriment of yourself. And this is where we go back to not being your own best friend again. The topic that we've been talking about, it's about knowing when to say enough. And also, if we're helping people or other souls so much, we may be standing in the way of their development. Does that make sense as well?
Yeah.
So it might not be the highest and best for them that you step in and keep going. It may be their journey needs to experience something, and when we give too much, it often they would still have to have this experience a bit further down the line. So it's looking at that as well, what's highest and best, not just for you but for them in this exchange. Is it best for you to keep giving, especially if they're not giving you back the energy that you deserve? Then it's, you know, it's about boundaries, time to walk away. But I do think definitely running to giving is a big theme with this.
Yeah. It seemed like I'm afraid to lose something while I continue to give. It's like,
yeah,
what is there of value for me from that person? That's the thing that I need so much that I keep. Doesn't matter. I'm doing.
And
So
it's also about expectations, right? So are you doing and giving from expectation that you're going to receive something in exchange, or are you giving because you just want to give to support people?
I think it's coming from the support, because I could walk away and not get anything. The only thing that I think that is unnatural is someone saying you're an imbecile or you're stupid. Or not wanting to say thank you, so they say something that's off, like you didn't do a good job.
Yeah, and that's, you know, looking at boundaries again, you know, and did they actually want your help? Or, you know, when they're saying this back to you, did they ask for help, or did you just give it?
They ask, can you do this? Can you go there? Can you be a gopher? Go for this, go for that, do this, do that, help with that. And it's like massive help, like a big life-changing help.
Yeah.
I would definitely look at some past life stuff for
look
sure.
At boundaries.
And boundaries.
Absolutely. Yeah.
And
but
you
I
get to choose
you're holding
now.
quite a big program of it.
Yeah.
And I think also remembering, or maybe putting up, I am my own best friend, and keep coming back to that. Am I being my own best friend in these situations, to be treated in such a way? And what does that do to your energy? It really would deplete your energy if that's happening again and again and again. And what we need to do is keep our vibration high and know when to say no. So if we work together, I'd definitely look at boundaries, and definitely doing too, you know, giving too much is what they showed me.
Okay, I appreciate it. Thank you so much, both of you. It's been very helpful.
Yeah.
Thank you, Evie.
Sure.
All right, Manisha has a question. There we
go. Lara, thank you, Lara. So my question is this, Sarah, and I just wanted clarity to find out whether I've had a lot of betrayal in my life. So it's whether it's financial, whether it's relationship. I was betrayed by my ex-husband, my own father, siblings, then money as well. So I'm wondering whether it's past life, or is there something else that you could possibly check for me, please? Thank you.
Okay. Instantly I'm being drawn to say about heartache, which may not have, you know, may not strike a chord, but that's initially what I'm getting is you'd need to like work on some heartache from all this, and attracting heartache in situations. So I'd be looking at old energy of heartache. And I'm being shown that many stories of heartache have kind of built up, if that makes sense. So it's kind of you can't really get over it, you can't get past it. It's like it looks like it's all around, you know, it's like bubbling out. Does that make sense to you?
Yes, so yes, I've been betrayed, say my ex-husband, and another relationship as well, personal relationship. So again, then it's translating into even like clients have betrayed me. So in my interior designing business, so I'm not, like, it's literally stopped because then they betrayed me, taken my contractors and other people that were, so it's not just in money, it's people, work, and it's going on for like 3-4 decades. I'm trying to navigate through, but I don't know whether it's past life or contracts, perhaps.
It's, well, I'm getting there's one where it stems, but I'm getting it's been running for many past lives. Does that make sense? It's not just one. So it's going back right to the root and just clearing it all the way down, because we don't really need to look at all of the past lives unless something massive comes up. But what I'm being shown would be really beneficial to clear the heartache, and then you can dig down into other aspects. But what is most prominent and what I'm being given is the first thing to clear or to look at is all the heartache, and releasing that, so that you can have room for other energies to come in.
Okay, thank you very much, Sarah. Thank you, Lara.
I was just going to say, heartache and betrayal affects your heart chakra. It closes you off. It affects your receiving. It affects your root chakra, survival. So, of course, it's going to affect your finances as well, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, makes sense.
Thank you.
Yeah, awesome. Thank you, Manisha. And I'm glad you brought that up, because, you know, we have all experienced so much heartache, betrayal, other emotions in this lifetime, and sometimes if they're minor stuff, it's just from this lifetime. But if you have major stuff happening, it's usually past life related. It's stuff that we're bringing forward this time to finally clear.
Absolutely.
Right? This is the lifetime of final clearing.
Absolutely, and it might not just be from this realm of existence either. I know it could be from another realm of existence, as we're multidimensional, so it would be really going to look at all the nuances. But I think the major thing to clear, the betrayal, yes, definitely needs to be looked at, but the heartache is just shutting down of everything. So you can't, if you've got really holding heavy-heartedness or heartache, then you can't manifest what you really want to, because it keeps going back to that. So I think it'd be looking at that as a way forward first.
And so I think sometimes people, when they think of heartache, they just think, you know, you've been betrayed in some romantic relationship. But no, heartache, we feel everything in our heart, right? So even if it's from a marriage, a family member, you know, clients, whoever, anybody, we feel it in our heart. So that, you know, heartache is a lot of different things. It's not just a romantic type of love relationship. Okay.
And particularly, I'd be looking at heartache and loss. Is heartache through loss is a big one there, I think.
Yeah, loss, grieving, absolutely. Grieving a relationship, grieving a way of being, grieving a point of view, you know, all of that.
Absolutely.
Is a loss. Yeah. Good point, Sarah.
So.
All right, Linda has her hand raised. Linda, you want to unmute yourself?
Sure, I will. Hi, Sarah.
Hi, Linda.
I'm kind of like that. Hi, it's lovely to talk to you.
And you.
Thank you. Okay, I kind of have the same thing that I give all the time. And I don't get a
Yeah.
lot of receiving, and I thought I had it cleared up. At one time, somebody said that they had cleared some of it, but it
Yeah.
doesn't seem to be the case.
Okay.
And I don't know if it's
Hold
past
on.
lives or if it's.
Yep.
It doesn't really matter where it's coming from.
It doesn't really matter, although I do think maybe clearing up some vows and oaths immediately come to mind. Have you ever done any work on vows and oaths type?
On what?
Vows and oaths.
Making
Vows.
a vow or an oath in a past
Oh,
life.
vows and oaths. Oh,
Yeah.
I think
Yes,
so. I
yeah.
think somebody said yes, that I had.
Okay, I'm just gonna say this really quickly first. We all have.
Yes.
Please
Yes. Okay.
understand. We've all made a vow, an oath, a promise. I contract with somebody verbally. We've all done that in previous lives, even in this lifetime. I promise I'll always love you. I promise I'll always take care of you. That's a vow. That's an oath.
Okay. Gotcha.
Right?
Yeah.
So just wanted to make that clear for everybody. Yes, we have.
Okay.
Yeah.
I didn't understand the vowel. I thought
Yeah.
you said vowel instead of vowel. Sorry.
That's okay.
Sorry. Yeah, so I think it is to do with a vow and oath you've made in a past experience. That's what's very firmly coming to me there. Yeah. So
I know, I'm so funny.
and I don't. Yeah, I'm also getting the words. It's like you're having to pay for something. It's like the word I'm getting is and I've gone cold. Is attrition.
Okay, that's a tough word to explain. Attrition.
Yeah, it's just what I've been given.
Linda's got a quizzical look.
use.
Linda's got a quizzical look. What does attrition mean? Even I don't.
I think it means you have to pay your dues for something, kind of thing, is what I'm being given. It's like you're paying your dues for something. You have to.
It's kind of like payback.
Yeah,
this is the life of payback or something. Is that possible?
Yeah, although we shouldn't. Yeah, that type of thing. It's
I don't like it. But
yeah.
just see how that feels.
It's like a vow or oath. Around something like this is what I'm being given.
Kind of like karma.
There's many vows and oaths we've made.
Okay.
Yeah. Well, I'd say it's not kind of karma. It's something that we may have been taught. This is what I'm feeling in a different life. Like we're taught that you have to atone for things. Well, we don't have to. We have to look and we have to review our actions. Absolutely. But it's like it's more like a vow and oath you made under some type of agreement with a type of. I'm getting religion, so I'm going to just say it.
It's possible, right?
Yes, and I had been told that I had been a nun or something in a past life and taken some kind of vow. And how do we eliminate it, Sarah?
We give it back to Creator. You just have to agree within a set. If it could be an Akashic session or the keys, it doesn't matter. But you just have to renounce it, and we'd look at the life, and probably if it was a life where you were in a religious situation where you said I've taken this vow, we'd take the whole life back, change the whole scenario, and then bring it back to now.
Okay.
But we'd be looking at going further back than that, they tell me.
Oh.
So yeah, if we further back than this, maybe even this world, we'd be looking kind of a bigger picture.
Great. Okay, thank you, Sarah. Thank you, Alara, as always. I love you both.
Thank you. I love you too. Thank you. And that was a great question too from Linda. And the point is that we have all made vows, promises, agreements, contracts in other lifetimes, in other realities, in other worlds, in other dimensions. We have, and some of those ones may be coming up for in this lifetime to be canceled. It's like it's no longer appropriate.
Absolutely.
You don't need to hold on to that anymore. You don't need to honor that vow anymore, right? But it's still there.
Or a contract. Yeah.
It's still
Yeah,
there
it's
in our
still
energy.
it's still running in our energy field. So
Yeah.
it's worth definitely looking at that. And that we made odd vows and oaths. I've cleared many odd ones. I'm trying to think, but things that you wouldn't even think about on day-to-day basis, and it really can affect you. So
Yeah.
it's really boring down into what that is.
Yeah, exactly. And like, I mean, sometimes you have a knowing for yourself, right? And sometimes somebody tells you something, but if somebody tells you something and it doesn't feel quite right, you don't have to buy into that either, right? So I know for myself, like if Sarah were to say to me, oh yeah, I see, vows in the past life, I saw that you were a monk. Okay, yeah, that resonates with me, But if she said I was, this is going to be totally way off, okay, Sarah. But if Sarah said to me something like, "Oh, I see you in another life and you're a dominatrix," I'm like, no. It's like that doesn't resonate with me. I don't, it doesn't. I'm just
Yeah.
choosing something totally off the wall, right? And if she said that, just like, I don't know about that one. So, again, even with the vow, do I feel like I had made a vow of poverty in the past? Absolutely. I do, right? And has that affected my finances in this lifetime? Probably, right? But I've cleared that vow. Thank you very much. But the thing is, you can take a look at that and for yourself and say, okay, so do I have a vow of poverty in this lifetime? I mean, from a previous life, and just check in. Do I have a vow of charity? Do I have a vow of abstinence? Do I have, is there something I may have promised and that is now getting in the way of me receiving because I have said no at some point, right? You may have said no at some point. So it's like, oh, okay, maybe. So, we can also try and tap into that for ourselves and then work with Sarah in the Akashic Record session to clear those vows, oaths, and agreements. You can do that, or in the key session, whatever it is. But there might be things that are keeping us from being our best friend, even keeping us from having that inner smile being prominent in our lives, keeping us from the finances, the love, the whatever it is that we want. There might be oaths, vows, and agreements we have made in the past that are still in place. Okay, so
Absolutely.
I'm glad that, I don't know how this came up today, but I'm glad that came up because it is important.
It is, and if you think about how many billions of lives we may have lived, we think in the aspect, oh, we've lived in it, but we've been around old souls for many, maybe even billions of years. So if you think about all those experiences, because that's what a past life is, it's an experience, and it's all running congruently. So we're feeling it now, so we're clearing it, and as we clear it for ourselves, we're helping others all around us that pick up on our energy, and people will look and think, oh, I want some of what they've got, kind of thing, and then they'll start exploring. So it's very important we continue to do this work and really scrutinize and bore down into what's coming up for us.
And being your own best friend also means looking at okay, what could it possibly be, because this is not working, that is not working, this has not worked, it's been so long. What could it possibly be? Who can I now reach out to for support to help me? That is also being your best friend. That is not a sales pitch. I'm just saying that is about being your best friend and supporting yourself where you need it. Okay, so it is the journey. We are all on a journey, and we've had this journey, for some of us, has been very long and complicated, and we've been through a lot. We've been through a lot. We've experienced a lot, right? Very long. And and I think most people who are on these calls, most of us are old souls. There might be some new ones for sure. Don't get me wrong, but most of us are old souls, and I strongly do feel that this lifetime, especially for some of us who have had major life traumas happen in this lifetime, it's a clearing lifetime. We're clearing up a lot of stuff for ourselves and also for the collective, also for our ancestors. We're clearing up a lot of stuff. Okay, so always remind yourself that when stuff keeps coming up, is it yours or is it your ancestors? Are you clearing for the collective, right? So
or does it go, it could even go beyond that to the whole bigger picture? It could be, you know.
Yeah. Yeah.
Massive,
There's always that bigger picture, right? True.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
Yeah. And they show me that, oh, you took this on for a bigger, you know, the bigger picture, because our higher self will have done everything from love. Here, as a human, we're living a human experience, so we can't always understand what we've taken on.
Yeah.
I
know I've had those moments like, why did I choose this? I asked my higher self, what were you thinking? Why would I choose this? You
Absolutely.
What were you thinking?
Absolutely.
Right? Without judgment, like, what were you thinking? Oh my God. Okay, fine.
Yeah.
All right. So Sarah, I know that we still have a lot to cover. We still have a meditation, an activation. But I want to take a moment and just talk about the packages first, and then we'll go into some more other stuff. We've already taken some wonderful questions, so thank you everybody for that. They're always helpful, bring up so much for everybody on the call. So the special offer package is available at packages are available at alara.at/show/Sarah10, SARAH10. I'm gonna hit enter and hope I'm still here. Yes. Okay, good. No guarantees with technology, right? No guarantees. I'm just going to share my screen. All right, so Sarah, we have 3 packages. For some of you who've been around for a while, it might look similar. Okay, but there's a package A, B, and C. There are payment plans available for all packages, and of course the special offer code from me, the 24-hour special code TACS10. Please do use that. So package A is a 90-minute session with Sarah, working with the keys, right? Sarah? Yeah.
So we're looking really deeply within the Akashic records with Melchizedek and Creator. It works directly with Source, and we go back through all lives and we clear the issue we're working on. We clear it and we muscle test at the beginning, or you tune into your higher self. We make sure we've got all aspects of what we're working on. So that's quite, you know, a deep healing. And we look at maybe even other planetary stuff, vows, and everything we've discussed today, really, we'll be looking at.
Yeah. So package A is available for $144, and that's a 90-minute session with Sarah. And of course, 2- and 3-part payment plans are available. Package B is 180 minutes, so even deeper, for $202. Same sort of thing, but just deeper and more, right, Sarah?
Yeah, absolutely. And clearing from, we may clear quite a few bits within that session because we have longer. So what happens is Melchizedek stands next to me and tells me with Creator the thing we're going to work on, and then it normally does marry up with what anyone's come to, what they bring into the session, and we can look at what people bring as well. But normally it is a channeled, I've given it before the session.
So that's package B.
The highest and best good, obviously.
Yeah, absolutely. So that's package B, and 2- and 3-part payment plans are available for $202. And then package C is an Akashic Record Soul Purpose reading and healing. And this is amazing. I've done both sessions with Sarah, to be honest, the Soul Purpose reading as well as the key healing reading session. And package C is $85, and there are 2-part payment plans available, and of course a 24-hour gift code. So a little bit about the Soul Purpose reading healing, Sarah.
Yeah, so that's a 60-minute Akashic record reading. I do talk some light language, and some key stuff does come into it because I work deeply within the Akashic records. That's what the key energy is. So it is a little bit different to other record readings or healings that you may have experienced, because we are doing it quite quickly with key work as well. So but we open your records, and we can look back at anything, and people can ask questions. It's really led by you guys who are coming to the session. It may be that someone says, I don't really know what I want to work on, and then obviously I'm given stuff anyway before, so we look at that as well within the session.
And so the vow and oath work, clearing, contracts, etc., can be done in the Akashic record reading as well as in the key work, key healing, right?
Absolutely, yeah.
Yeah. So against the 60-minute Akashic Soul Purpose Reading Healing, package C is 85, 2-part payment plans are available, and of course a 24-hour special gift code TACS10. So all 3 of these packages are available at alara.at/show/Sarah10, SARAH10. Awesome. So, wonderful, Sarah. Thank you. All right. Oh, missed you too, Angela. I've been wondering where you are. She just messaged me. All right. So what do you want to do now, Sarah? Do you want to do a meditation, guided meditation activation with Melchizedek and team, or?
Yep, that would be good. We'll go to the meditation. I'm obviously keeping it on the theme of remembering that you're your own best friend. So we're going up to sit with Creator in the key energy, and bringing in divine light. I channeled this before, to aid you to shine, is what Creator said we were doing. So we're going to go into this meditation and just finding a nice comfortable position, obviously, shutting your eyes and allowing yourself to relax. So I'll just tune in. Alleluia, Elohim. So just now, imagining a beautiful gold and platinum light coming down from Creator, hallelujah, down and down to the top of your head, and feeling that light expanding around your crown, Ishalakai, hallelujah, Elohim. As you gently feel that light now going down and down to your feet, hallelujah. I want you to now take that light down through new earth, down through bright earth, hallelujah, down through gold and platinum earth, anchoring you, hallelujah, to this planet Ishalakai. Taking that light again back up through new gold and platinum earth, up to your feet, slowly up through the body, feeling your stress of the day just melting away. We're going to take that light now up and up, past the stars, hallelujah, up and up, till we reach a place that's right for us to sit in Creator's light. Taking a moment to take a deep breath, feeling light and love around and surround you. Just feeling now peace, and all those wishing to step into the key energy, just imagining Lord Melchizedek in front of you, holding a beautiful key of protection, Alleluia Elohim. Just stepping into that light and that energy now. Taking a deep breath. Feeling the warmth of your own angels and guides around you. And feeling, Alleluia, troubles melt away. As Creator surrounds you now with love. And anyone feeling low, ish as a swoos away. Depleted, deflated, ish here, alleluia, Elohim. Troubled, no time for yourself, alleluia. Just remembering your glory. As Creator, Ishka, alleluia, Elohim. Reminds you now of your glory, of your light, Ish, As, Us, Ash, alleluia. Clearing negative thoughts, touching, alleluia, each one of you. As you feel those struggles lift to Creator's light, Ish, As, Us, away, Elohim. Taking a deep breath. And taking a look at what would benefit you now in your life, Ishkiata, alleluia. As you go about your day-to-day life, what would benefit you and help you to release struggles, alleluia, and become your own best friend, Ishkiai, alleluia. What would help you smile is us away, alleluia. Giving to Creator now all that does not serve. Feeling light, love, protection around you. As Creator shines down, Ish Asus, and sees you for the star you are, Ish Alleluia. And so you can see yourself as that star. Imagine holding a mirror up and seeing yourself shining with beautiful light of source energy. Alleluia, Elohim. Seeing your beauty as Creator sees your beauty. Taking a deep breath as you breathe your beauty in, connecting to the divine that you are. Hallelujah. Hallelujah, Elohim. And as you take a deep breath, you see yourself as light. And a star that you are. As we ground that energy around you, know you are loved. And feel that light beaming down. Creator's love. Hallelujah. Very slowly taking a deep breath. Going to step out of the energy of the key back to our beautiful space with Creator that's right for us. Keeping the love and the blessings and the remembrance that you are a star. And taking a deep breath as you sit in this glow, Alleluia Elohim, of love and light. And feeling loved. And as you slowly and surely now take a deep breath as we begin to come back, Alleluia, down and down, slowly, gently floating down and back to the top of your head, bringing your starlight energy and your mirror, remembering your glory, Alleluia, with you. Ishasa, Alleluia Elohim, and all the blessings from Creator. Ishasus, away Elohim, Shalakai. As you reach your head, slowly down through the body, taking that energy and that light down to your feet and down through newer, brighter gold and platinum earth, taking that light again, anchoring you to earth, slowly up to your feet, up and up through the body to the top of your head. As we anchor and ground all that beautiful energy and that remembrance to here and now, Alleluia, knowing you are one with Creator, in blessings, in light, in love. And when you are ready, Taking a deep breath. Grounding yourself. Wiggling your fingers and toes. Taking a stretch. Coming back into the room. Hallelujah. Grounded. And when you're ready, just opening your eyes.
Welcome back, everyone. How
Hi.
was that? That was great. Thank you, Sarah.
Oh, good. Oh, yeah, just remembering we're all stars in Creator's eyes, and
Yeah.
all Creator. We're part of Creator creating Creator's child. So
Absolutely.
children, I should say. Yep.
Oh, absolutely. Whew. How was that for all of you? What did you experience? How did you feel being a star and looking in the mirror? You know, it's like, that was so cute. It's like, oh my God, I love it. Blessed be.
Yeah.
Thank you, Sherry. Yes, absolutely. That was awesome. And I wanted to remind everybody, because I never do this, but I thought I would remind everybody too that for those of you who are getting my emails, right? Then in the email, you know, there's a button for gifts. Please do check out the gifts page, and there's a gift from Sarah. It's a meditation to find peace in busy days, taking a break for yourself whilst bathing in Creator's love. So please do access that, as well as all the other gifts, and there'll be more gifts coming as well. Okay.
Yep.
Sherry said beautiful. Randy says twinkle twinkle. Thank you. Yeah, right. It's like I love the stars. Madalena, thank you so much. Angela, powerful and beautiful. Good to have you back, Angela. I was wondering, so where is she? I haven't seen her in forever, it feels like. I know it's been like a week or two, but still. But yes, good, awesome. All right. So yes, please do check out the gifts page and access all the gifts that are there for you, including Sarah's, and listen, read, whatever happens to be. Each gift is different. Sandra says, lovely, thank you. Good. Manisha says, thank you, Sarah. A lot of release. Very beautiful meditation. Good. Awesome.
Lovely.
Awesome. And of course, if you'd like to work more intimately with Sarah, please do check out the special offer packages that are available at alara.at/show/Sarah10, SARAH10. Oh, goodness, I'm so yawning.
Oh, bless you.
So lots of shifting happening, right? Lots of shifting happening. Peaceful, Sherry. Sherry's feelings peaceful. Linda says, thank you, Sarah. Hard to come back. Yes.
Yeah.
But I do recommend working with Sarah. Like I said, I've worked with Sarah myself, and she's amazing, goes above and beyond, and the sessions are really, really powerful. Lots of clearings, you know, it's amazing. Whether it's the 90-minute or the 180-minute or the 60-minute, I think it is the Akashic Record reading. They're all very powerful, very helpful. To know ourselves as infinite. Yes, absolutely, Randy.
Absolutely.
All right, Sarah, any other last messages for us? Any last words of wisdom?
Yep, just remembering again to remember and treat yourself with love and kindness, and make little notes about how you can help yourself become your own best friend. I think I want people to take that away from today.
I love that.
That's the message. Yeah. And remember your smile inside as well.
Yes, absolutely.
Keep your faith. Keep faith.
Keep faith and carry on. Keep faith and keep going. Don't give up. It's okay. It's all right. It'll all work out. There's something else I was going to say, Sarah, but it's gone. It's gone. Whatever it was, it's gone. But yeah, that was really powerful, really beautiful. I love working with you, as you know. Oh yeah, I was gonna say, and we made it. The internet, we were able to hang on.
Brilliant. Well, we're having fibre put in. It's coming next week. Hopefully, it will be finished. They've put the line down. I was hoping it would be connected by tonight, but obviously, as things are. But fingers crossed. Yeah, fibre.
Yeah, but we did it.
Get that. So,
Arietta says, "Wow,
we did it.
This was so beautiful and so deep. Wow, wow, the love of the creator was so warm and so lovely. I'm feeling relaxed and peaceful and loved." Oh, good. Thank you, Arietta.
Good.
Awesome.
Oh, bless you.
Yeah, and I'm glad we were able to stay
Arietta.
and continue doing the call.
Yep, excellent. Yep.
Yep,
and
it all worked
hopefully,
out.
Yeah, it does. It did. And just keep an eye, because I'm going to be putting more meditations out for everybody as well. Now we're settled from moving, because I moved twice in a year, which was quite a big event, as you know. Moving's
yeah, it is.
Takes a lot of time up. So
yeah.
I'm back on it, and yeah.
Is this the final move now for this year, I guess?
Final move for a long time, hopefully, Laura. On my
Yes, I hope so too.
Yeah. So.
Good. Linda said, "Me too. It was so worthwhile." Awesome. Good. And Angela says, "Sarah has a beautiful energy. Work with her." Yes, absolutely. I mean, I know sometimes you guys like, Alara's just saying that because she works with everybody. But no, Sarah is really somebody I trust. And when I have questions, I've gone to Sarah to find out stuff. And, she's great. She's, and she's very accommodating. I remember asking her one time, "Hey, can you fit this person in?" Because somebody had wanted to book a session, but she wanted it now, not in a week or two. "Can you please book her in? She's desperate." She said, "Absolutely, I'll do what I can," and she did. So, she goes out of her way to make things work. So I really appreciate that about you, Sarah.
Bless you. Thanks, Laura.
You're so welcome. All right, everyone. So thank you. Please, this was a deep and powerful call, because even when we weren't in the meditation, there was still a lot of energies running. So please be gentle with yourself. Drink some water, walk around, get some fresh air. I always say try and get some sun if you can, but even some fresh air, just get that energy moving, right? That's going to help you to clear stuff that's being released. And yes, be your own best friend. Right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Love yourself enough.
Faith.
Keep the faith. Absolutely. Keep the faith. Yeah, I agree. Totally. Yeah. I needed that. That's the mantra I needed during the past 2 years. Keep the faith. It'll all work out. It'll be okay.
Keep the faith. Yeah. Well, it's because I had to work on my inner smile that I brought that, because everything like I normally bring to the shows I've worked through, and I was feeling low and creative when I did, worked on myself. It was said I was lacking my inner smile, and it's about keeping faith even when things get a bit rocky. And I have to say that I have faith, even when as a human we have those rocky days, knowing that Creator's got your back, and your angels and guides, and we are supported, we are loved.
Absolutely. That's a wonderful message. We are loved. We are supported. Creator has your back. Your angels and guides. Your support team has your back. We've got your back. So you know what? It's okay. It'll all work out. So not to worry. All right. Keep smiling on the inside and smile on the outside. You always see me smiling, right? Especially on these calls. I'm always smiling. So when in doubt, frolic. Yes, absolutely.
Yes.
Have fun.
Yeah, absolutely.
All right, everyone. So thank you, everyone. Thank you, Sarah, for being here and sharing this beautiful call today with us, and the beautiful meditation and activation. And thank you, everybody, for all your questions. So until next time, may you continue to be blessed with an abundance of joy, peace, love, happiness, prosperity, and radiant health. Sending you all much love and blessings always. Bye for now.
Bye. Bye.
Bye, everyone.